Let's mute it. Just waiting for JD to come on. Hello, everybody. Hey, Don. Welcome. So we're doing a songwriting live tonight with JD because he's wrote a song about fancying cartoon characters last week. So we're just continuing with that. So I'm just waiting for him to come live with me. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Right. I cried never to hold the hand of another guy. I don't know why I keep singing that song, but it's in my head. I've been practicing for my gig tomorrow, which is at Revolution in Ipswich, is a nightclub. How can I make this stand higher? Surely I can do it from here. Yay! That's better. That's better. Ah, right. Can everybody see me all right? My light has broken, my other one. Sad times. It literally, as I was taking my sunflowers down, it actually broke in half. The SL light broke. Sad times. Never mind. That's a bit better, isn't it? It's a bit cold, that light. Right. Okay. JD's coming on in a minute. Right. I'll share with you the lyrics that he sent me. It's called My Dream. Everybody fancy a cartoon. Right. What we've got so far is this. So we've got, it's like a show tune that we've got. It's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna be on guitar. I think he wants it to be. Hey everybody, this is my dream. Everybody fancy a cartoon. Hey y'all, have a song for you. If you're already offended, then skip to the next tune. Right then. It's called Everybody Fancy a Cartoon. Oh my goodness. Hello, Bobby. Right. Hey, my dad fancy Wilma Flintstone. No, my dad fancies Wilma Flintstone. He thinks she is pretty hot. He also fancies Betty Rubble, but she's got a cute butt. My mom fancies Fred Flintstone. Yabba, 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 dabba, do. She also fancy Rocky and Bullwinkle too. My uncle fancy Miss Potts. It's his hot cup of tea. My aunt, he fancies Gaston. He is the real beast she needs. Yes, sorry, it's because I'm live on Country Line Radio at 8. I did put it in Dreamers, Mark, sorry. My grandma fancies Popeye for those strong arms. Anyway, where's JD then? Is he coming on? Oh, he's texting me now. How you doing? Ooh, yes, I'm on Country Line Radio tonight, everybody, at 8 o'clock. Well, not just me, lots of other artists too, lots of amazing other singers. But I'm really happy that Sunflower is going to get his first airplay tonight on Country Line Radio. It's my favourite. It's my favourite country radio station. And I still can't get it in my car. Why can't I get it in my car? Right. He said the meeting passcode is not working. What? Okay, let me have a look. Meeting ID. Okay, let me check something. Hey JD, you should be able to just click the link, like it says find your local number. You should be able to just click that link at the bottom and get in. You don't need a meeting ID, lovely. It's a large station in a medium-sized car. That's not the real reason. Oh, at least you got a PA. I haven't even got one. Right. Okay, let's listen to what I've got so far, shall we? These are the tunes that I tried to come up with. Yeah, you should just click the link at the bottom. And then it should come up. Right. Okay. Here we go. These are the little ideas that I had. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Oh yeah, Mark, you weren't here last week, were you? Right, so this is the idea that JD's got, and he's literally sent me all the lyrics last week. Some of them were a little bit I just basically said, can you change those two? Because there might be children watching. So he's put my song title is Dream Tune. Everybody fancy a cartoon, right? That's what it is. Hi y'all, I have a song for you. If you're easily offended, then skip to the next tune. Right then, this is a song called Everybody Fancy a Cartoon. So I feel like it should go, well, 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 my dad fancies Wilma Flintstone. He thinks he's pretty hot. I don't know. What do you think? Well, my dad. JD's still not here. Let me just try and find out how to get him in here. Right. Let me just take a picture of this. Right. I've just taken a picture. Okay. Okay. Right, let's go back to the lyrics. Well, my dad. Well, my dad fancy Wilma Flintstone. Oh no. Well, my dad fancy Wilma Flintstone. He thinks she's pretty hot. He also fancy Betty Rubble. She's got a cute butt. My man fancies Fred Flintstone. Yabba dabba doo. She also fancy Rocky and Bullwinkle too. My uncle fancies Miss Potts. It's his cup of tea. My aunt fancies Gaston. He's a real beast. He's a real beast she needs. My grandma fancies Popeye for those strong arms. And my granddad fancied Betty Boo for her And then it goes, ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It shows a generation of people fancying a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Okay, what do you think? And it goes, my sister fancied Donald Duck and Daffy Duck too. She really goes quackers for Uncle Scrooge. Barbara fancied the nurse from Animaniacs. She gets his temperature to rise when he sees her. Oh, we need to change that a little bit because that doesn't rhyme. You used to fancy Betty, did you? Oh, here he is. Yay! Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. JD, you're on mute.
You're right, Sarah.
Hello, lovely. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
So I can get on.
That's all right. Don't worry. So, what do you think? What do you think about the chorus?
I missed. Or I didn't listen to what you
missed it, haven't you?
so
Right.
far.
Okay. So let's.
Yeah.
This is my idea. Let me know if you don't like it. So it goes. I can change it. I can change the instruments. I'm just trying to get the melody so you like it. Ready? So it goes. Song title, Dream Tune. Everybody's fancy a cartoon. Hey y'all, I got a song for you. If you're easily offended, then skip to the next tune. Right then, this song's called Everybody Fancy a Cartoon. Well, my dad fancies Wilma Flintstones. He thinks she's pretty hot. He also fancies Betty Rubble. She's got a cute butt. My dad fancy Wilma Flintstone. Oh, we said that one. My mom fancy Fred Flintstone. Yabba dabba doo. She also fancy Rocky and Bullwinkle too. My uncle fancy Miss Potts. It's his hot cup of tea. My auntie fancies Gaston. He's the real bitch she needs. My grandma fancy Popeye for those strong arms, and my granddad fancy Betty for her boobs. And ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It's our generation. And what do you think of the chorus?
It's not bad. It's quite good. It's just trying to just get the right music, I guess, because I can't. I don't know if it's because how am I listening to it on here. I don't know if they've asked me to set up on YouTube, watch it on my other YouTube.
Oh, I see. I see.
I don't know if it's going to be like the connection.
I know. I'm
going
to put sound for musicians on, and then you can. Did you not hear it at all?
I can hear a bit. I can hear it a bit, but there's times when it sounds like you were playing any music.
I've just put musicians on now. Can you hear that now?
Yeah.
Is that better?
That's better.
Right, what I'll do is I'll mute you until you speak, and that'll be easier for you to hear as well, because it's coming back through. So I'll mute you. Ready? I'll start again. Sorry, everybody, we're going to have to go again. Okay. Here's the song title, everybody. It's called Everybody Fancy a Cartoon. And if you're easily offended, then skip to the next tune. Right, this song called Everybody Fancy a Cartoon. Can you hear me now, JD? Put your thumbs up. Yeah? Okay. My dad fancy Wilma Flintstone. He thinks she's pretty hot. He also fancy Betty Rubble. She's got a cute butt. My mom fancy Fred Flintstone. Yabba dabba doo. She also fancy Rocky and Bullwinkle too. And my uncle fancies Miss Potts, he's hot cup of tea. And my auntie fancies Gaston, he's the real bitch she needs. And my grandma fancy Popeye for those strong arms. My granddad fancy Betty Boo for her boo boo boo. fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It's our generation. And my sister fancied Donald Duck and Daffy Duck too. She really goes quackers for Uncle Scrooge. My brother fancied the nurse from Animaniacs. Yeah, gets his temperature to rise when he sees her. Woo! I won't tell you mine, but here's a clue. It's someone from Scooby-Doo. Go. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It's our generation. And it shows a generation of people fancying a cartoon. Lots of men from the 70s fancy Josie and pussycats that make them sing and tap, 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 tap. Lots of women of the 80s fancy He-Man for his ripped body and his long blonde hair. They love how he waves his mighty long sword in the air. I'm not sure about that bit, how to fit it in. Woo! Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It shows a generation of. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It's our generation. Now this could be a rap. Now, kids from the 90s who fancy much definitely when Mrs. Simpson does large. Everybody loves Ned Flanders, Okie Dokie, and his Mars Edna Crab. And lots of teenagers today fancy Miss Smith. And there's Stan, Francine, and Roger and his amazing wigs. Then there's Peter Griffin too. Lots of wants to kiss and make him go giggity, giggity, goo. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It's our generation. Yeah, so anyway, you can unmute now.
Yeah, I liked that. That was quite good.
You like it, but I don't know if you're
Yeah.
thinking of the guitar, but I can make it into. If you like that style, I can then make it like a better style. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to because the reason I was thinking guitar earlier because I thought it's like to me it's a bit like a song what Phoebe would sing from Friends. What's something you shouldn't be singing or something like that. So that's how I pictured it in my head.
Oh,
You
well, you
know,
fancied it. You did it on guitar in your head anyway.
yeah. So I pictured in my head it would have been guitar because I imagine it'd be like someone like Phoebe from Friends playing that sort of song.
Yeah.
So it's a song what I guess it's a bit rude, but you know, and how I said originally, how I thought of it is doing like a weird kids thing at the beginning, but I understand why you don't want to do that because of mini vibes and stuff like that. But that's how I pictured in my head originally. So
So how do you feel about the tune? Do you like it?
yeah, I like it. It's good.
Chorus. I mean, you can change it if you don't like it. It's just an idea. It
No, I
doesn't have
like
to be
it.
that
I mean, I think
fast.
it depends how you feel comfortable as well, because you don't, if you feel more comfortable doing it in a different way, because obviously it's like with this, this is like most of these songs written like in just like in a day. So and so it's just like well, what I just came up with because it's like when I found out I won, I thought, well, I'll come up with three
You,
ideas. One,
you
it could have
don't
been
you
a
done really
Christmas
well
song.
with that. Like the way you tried to make it rhyme and stuff.
Yeah,
There's a bit in it that says about the nurse that doesn't rhyme, and I'm trying to make that fit.
yeah,
So it goes, where is it? Whoever's on this live tonight, by the way, will be putting the prize draw for the next songwriting live next Wednesday, by the way. Right. Oh yeah, Animaniacs. She gets his temperature to rise when he sees her. He goes, "Hello, nurse."
yeah. It's like a catchphrase, but because I was doing this, we were talking to my brother about it. It's like let's change it to Animaniacs, then having Daisy Duck.
Yeah.
And I said when he sees usually the nurse on TV, he shouts out "Hello, nurse" because it's like a catchphrase of the thing. But we don't need to have that part in it. I like how you probably don't need to add it because it's just like what was just quickly written down, really. So mostly everything what I written is like references to the actual cartoon series at the
Yeah,
time, you
no, it's
know.
clever. So we could put my brother fancy. Well, how could we rhyme that? Okay. My brother fancy the nurse from Animaniacs. His temperature rises when he no, I'm trying to make that. Brother fancy the nurse from Animaniacs. She gets his temperature to rise whenever he looks at that. No, no, that's not right. Gets his temperature to rise and he um I'm trying to think what rhymes with Animaniacs.
Yeah.
Animaniacs. Animaniacs. Do you know what her name is?
No, I think it was just the nurse. You might have the name. I had to probably Google it, what the name of the nurse was.
I
But
like your
we, it was
cushion.
just, yeah, it was probably just, I can't remember what her name was. Or I remember her just being known as the
Papa
nurse.
Fancy the nurse from Animaniacs. She gets his temperature to rise. Oh, okay. My brother Fancy the nurse. Um, my brother Fancy the nurse from Animaniacs. His temperature rises. Um,
It's like I'm fancy enough, mate.
um, back. Something about.
The only
Oh,
thing I can think of is
what
if
about
he has
that?
to take off.
That's a fact. Right. Her brother
Yeah,
fancies a nurse from Animaniacs. She gets his temperature rising. That is a fact. Um, I'll tell you. What about? I, te- I, I will tell you something, and that's a fact. My brother fancies the nurse from Animaniacs. Or do you want to have it the other way around? My brother fancies the nurse from Animaniacs. She gets your temperature rise, and that is a fact.
yeah, I quite like that. That's quite good.
I won't tell you mine, but here is a clue. It's someone from Scooby-Doo. Do you like it? It goes, ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a
Oh,
cartoon.
I quite like that.
I'm trying to get that to rhyme as well. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It shows a generation of people fancying a cartoon. Is that better? Oh, you
Yeah,
can't
that
hear me
sounds
again,
good.
can you? Hang on. Musicians on. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, that shows a generation of people fancying a cartoon.
I like it, Sarah.
You like that bit?
Yeah. But if you want to change your feel about with it,
I just your
because
song.
I'm not. Yeah, but you're the professional. I'm just like, it's just figuring it out.
So it goes,
So,
oh, Mark says it's catchy. Thanks, Mark. Do you like it?
but I think it also depends on how comfortable you are singing certain words. Because there's certain words, if you're uncomfortable and just want to change, you can obviously change.
Let me sing a little bit of it, right? I'm just gonna copy this and put it in my notes, and I can have it on the screen. Okay, and I can have it up here, and then I'll record it on here whilst I'm looking at it. Top Cat. You like Top Cat, did ya? Who did you fancy, Mark? What cartoon character? Don't forget Top Cat. No. Right, I'm just going to record something a minute. Hold on. Hey, y'all. This is a song about fancying a cartoon. If you're easily offended, then skip to the next tune. Right then, this song calls Everybody Fancy a Cartoon. Well, my dad fancies Wilma Flintstone. He thinks she's pretty hot. He also fancies Betty Rubble. She's got a cute butt. My mom fancy Fred Flintstone. Yabba dabba doo. Also fancy Rocky and Bullwinkle too. My grandma fancy Popeye for those strong arms. And my granddad fancy Betty Boo for her boop boop. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It shows a generation of people fancying a cartoon. Ooh, my sister fancy Donald Duck and Daffy Duck too. She really goes quackers for Uncle Scrooge. My brother fancy the nerds from Animaniacs. She gets his temperature rising, and that is a fact. I won't tell you mine, but here is a clue. It's somebody from Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Okay, what did you think?
I like it. I think it's quite good.
Let me just try and do something. Hold on a minute. I'm just going to mute myself. Can you hear that? My sister fancy. Hey y'all, this is a song about fancy in a cartoon. So you can have it slower as well. Hey y'all, this is a song.
Yeah.
So you can do, hey y'all, this is a song about fancy in a cartoon. Betty Boo. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Which do you prefer, fast or slow?
See, I really pictured it fast visually, but slow might be quite good as well, though. I think it depends what you think feels better, because you think it's more
You like
better
guitar? Do you
fast.
like guitar?
Yeah, I do like the guitar.
Okay, let me just try something. Hang on. Um, What other instruments?
Probably like the keyboard, maybe something like that, or I don't know
Okay.
if you even in part of the music. I don't know. There was like a part where you could put like even like sort of a drum beat or something into it. So you use the keyboard. I don't
Okay.
know.
Add drums. You're not sure about the Betty Boo thing? Yeah, I was thinking about how to rhyme that as well. Hold on a minute. Let me just mute this. What about that?
Yeah, sounds good.
But you prefer the other
I think
one?
it's just, I think I've heard the other one. Yeah.
It's just giving you options. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It's our generation. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Mine is Scooby Dooby Doo. What about mine is? What about ending it? Because mine is Scooby Doo.
My mom's from Scooby Doo, so how I pictured it, it's like, well, this is not me singing, this is you singing it. So could be any of the Scooby Doo characters, you know. So that's the idea of it. Here's a clue: it's someone from Scooby Doo. So it could be anyone from Scooby Doo.
Okay, well, what about this then? Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Why don't you give me a clue? Ooh, or why don't you give me a clue? Or why don't you tell me yours too? Tell me yours too.
Yeah, if we're ending
Ooh.
it, we have to ask sort of the audience in a sense who they fancy in the song. So
Okay.
it makes sense to end it in
Everybody
that way.
fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Shows a generation of people fancying a cartoon. I kind of feel we need to change the chorus a bit there because it's a bit.
Okay.
It's a generation. Um, maybe we could put something about. Maybe we could name the characters in the chorus. So we could go Popeye, Popeye, Fred Flintstone, or Scooby Doo, or something like that.
Because I was thinking, it's like, well, in the other part, it's like you do like a quick just naming out different cartoon characters. It's like everyone,
Yeah, there's a
there's
lot in
people,
there. It's
people,
really hard to do. Like unless you do a
but you
rap,
have to do so many. Yeah.
it's quite a hard one to do. Um, what do you think?
I mean, where do you think it should end though? Because obviously, what I've written is quite long, I guess. Uh,
So it could go like this. Hang on. At the end, because there's quite a lot to go. Now, kids from the 90s fancy. So you go. Kids from the 90s who fancy Marge. Definitely when Miss Simpson went large. Everybody loves Ned Flanders and the dolly with his wives and a lot of teenagers today fancy Smiths. There is okay. Kids from the 90s. Oh, I don't know how to say it, but like in a fast way if it's American. Kids from the 90s. Kids from the 90s who fancied much definitely when Mrs. Simpson, when Miss Simpson went large. Everybody loves Ned Flanders, Aki Daly, and his wife's not an Edna. Yeah. A lot of teenagers fancy the Smiths. There's Stan, Francine, and Roger. That you're trying to. A lot of teenagers of today fancy the Smiths. There's Stan, Francine, and Roger, and his amazing wigs. Then there's Peter Griffin. Oh, with his Irish jigs. Yeah, see, it's all a little bit mixed up, so I'm trying to like narrow it down to the most important ones. So it goes a lot of now, unless you slow it right down and go now, kids from the 90s who fancies March, definitely when Mrs. Simpson went large. Everybody loves Ned Flanders. Okie dolly. What is it? What is that? I don't know how to say
Okie dokie
it.
do. Okie dokie.
Oakley dokely do.
Yeah, okie dokie do, or just okie dokie. So you can go okie dokie do if you want, or
Okay,
okie
so
dokie.
friends went large. Everybody loves Ned Flanders, Oakley dokely do. And his wife Maud and Edna Crapple, they fancy too. A lot of teenagers of today fancy the Smiths. There's Stan. Yeah, there is a lot of words.
Well, maybe cut off the wives, so you don't need to put in the wives just to have it okie dokie do, and then move it to the team, so it ends it shorter there if you want, and then we can shorten, cut down on some of the characters, I guess.
Yeah, I like what you've said, but it's just hard to fit it all in.
Yeah.
So, but I like the chorus where it go, because you're highlighting after each sentence about the cartoon. So it goes, ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It shows a generation of people fancying a cartoon. I feel like we need to change that last bit of the chorus because that's vital, isn't it? So I feel like it needs to go, ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. I fancy Betty. No, I fancy. No. Tune. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. This is our tune. This is our cartoon tune. This is our. What about? Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. This is our character tune.
That's good. I quite like that.
This is our character tune. About fancy a cartoon. Ooh, a character tune.
Yeah, I like that. That sounds quite good.
It goes fancy a cartoon. Tune. Then everyone can join in with it, can't they?
Yeah.
And you don't say everybody. And as you go, ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Or you go, ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh.
Yeah, I like that. I think that works a bit better if you do it that way.
Okay, let me record that then. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. This is our character tune. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. This is our character tune. Do you think it's too many words?
I don't think it's too many words. I bet if you think it should shorten it down, because it depends if you just want to move on. But I think it does work. I think it's just getting there, just pinching it down a bit, maybe. Just
Maybe like go. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, ooh, this is no. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. This is our character tune. This is our character tune. Do you like that or not?
I do like it, but it's just trying to make think if there's any other words.
Soon.
But
Soon. Soon. Tune. Loon. Loon.
probably, yeah, maybe learn or tune or stuff. Tune, really.
Soon. Tune. Moon. Anyone got any ideas watching? There's 4 people. Oh my goodness, I'm making some funny old faces there. My thinking phase is a really weird one. Right. Excuse that. Right. Righty. Let me try and figure out how to rhyme this properly. Hold on a minute.
I don't know if we go, when you see that, then you just go, my dream tune, or something like that. And I don't know if that works.
My dreams too. Everybody fancy a cartoon and this is my dream tune. Is that what you said?
Tune. So you put that in like, this is my dream tune. Because I don't know that would work if you did it that way.
Right, let me just try something a minute. Ah, what about? I'm just looking up rhymes that rhyme. Right. So we go. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon from morning shows to evening. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon from morning shows to the evening moon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It's a funny thing, but it's true.
That's good.
Yeah?
That does work.
I'm just trying to think what, like, I was trying to put moon in there because that's the only thing that really rhymes with tune. Moon. Do you mean?
Yeah.
Other rhymes are a bit lame, aren't they? Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon from morning shows to the evening moon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It's funny, but it's true. Do you like that? Or was that too
Yeah,
many
I like.
words?
I don't think it's too many words. I think if you think it's too many, because obviously it depends how
Or,
long the
ooh,
song needs to
everybody
be.
fancy a cartoon. Ooh, ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It's funny, but it's true. And take out the moon bit.
Yeah, I think it's funny because, but it's true
It's a
because
funny thing,
I
but
think that
it's
word
true.
it's yeah, it might sound funny, but it's true. I
Might
think
sound funny, but it's true. Yeah?
yeah.
Okay. Right, let's just try it a minute. Okay. So, Grandma loves Popeye's arms. What about, listen to this. Grandma loves Popeye's arms because they're made of steel. Granddad likes Betty Pooh because she's got sex appeal.
That's funny. I do like that. If you want to get with the boot boops and have that instead, that does do it. Does work.
Do you like that? You laughed, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Okay.
like that. That's funny.
Okay. Can we say sex appeal?
I think we can. I
Can
mean, I'd
we?
say we should say it.
Okay. Grandma loves Popeye's arms because they're made of steel. Granddad likes Betty Boo because she's got appeal.
I think I
She's
like the word sex appeal. I do. I do.
okay. Let's put musicians back on. Can you hear me all right? Okay. Grandma loves Popeye's arms because they're made of steel. Granddad likes Betty Boo because she's got sex appeal. My sister's nuts for Donald Duck. Oh my heart! It's so right. Okay. What? Right. Okay. 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 My brothers are maniacs. My brother fancies the nurse. Right. My brother and a maniacs. Nurse. No. My brother and a maniacs. Nurse is the prize. Says hello, nurse. Makes his temperature rise.
Yeah, I quite like that. I think it's sort of working. It kind of works a little bit. I think you just see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that. I do that because that's the sort of thing I want to do. Because it's like it's trying to say it without going too dirty into the
And
lyrics.
like
Because
because
also,
yours I'll give you a clue. It's from Betty Boo, but you could say as for me, I'll keep mine discreet. But it's someone from Scooby Dooby Doo. What a treat!
yeah,
Um, ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, ooh, everybody can see a cartoon. It's a funny thing, but it's true. Yeah.
yeah, I like that.
Okay. So this is the bridge, right? In the 70s, men loved Josie's band. The Pussycats made them tap and stand. In the 80s, women loved E-Man's might with his blonde hair and his sword so bright, rather than big sword.
Okay, you know, it's supposed to be a bit in your window. Something it's supposed to be a bit rude without, you know,
I know,
if you got a
JD.
dirty
Right.
vibe, then you think of it.
Kids from the 90s, Marge was their queen. When Mrs. Simpson went large on the scene, everybody loved good old Flanders and Edna too. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. Hang on. Teens loved American Dad, Stan, Francine, and Rogers. Ah, what about this? Teens loved American Dad, Stan, Francine. Teens today love American Dad, Stan, Francine, and Rogers. Teens today love American Dad. Tan stains seen da, 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 da. Peter Griffin's chick made them giggle, and Louis' charms made their hearts a wiggle. Oh God, I'm trying to fit this in. It's so hard. You give me a right challenge, right? Okay. Okay, Matt. How about this one's curves? This one's curves and red hair was my habit. The top of the list, it's Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
This one's curves and red hair made a habit. The top of the list, it's Jessica Rabbit. When she walks by, nerves start to quake. She's more than a cartoon, she's a heartache.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It's a funny thing, but it's true. This is the end, I hope you sang along. Laughing at crushes, don't feel wrong. This is the end, I hope you sang along. Laughing at crushes, don't feel wrong. So if you enjoyed this Looney Tune, press replay, everybody fancy a cartoon. Yeah?
Yeah, I like that.
This is the end, I hope you sang along. Laughing at crushes that don't feel wrong. So if you enjoyed this Looney Tune, press replay, everybody fancy a cartoon.
Yeah, I like that, Sarah. That's good.
Yeah?
Good.
So
wherever you feel comfortable as well with, if I said, if you feel more comfortable singing certain.
But do you like the guitar? Bobby's put
Yeah, I like the
Popeye loves
guitar.
spinach. Right, let's start again then. Right, okay. Hey y'all. Am I keeping English or American? What do you think?
I guess try American, I guess. To see if you.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you.
Hey y'all, because that means I've got to sing it in American as well. Hey y'all, I got a song to sing. If you're offended, don't you do a thing. This one's about a funny tune, because everybody fancies a cartoon. My dad likes Wilma from the Flintstones. She says he's hotter than lava stones. Oh dear, I took the butt thing out. He's also keen on Betty. He's also keen on Betty Rubble. He thinks she is so cute. Oh, hang on. He's also keen on Betty Rubble. Thinks her cute, but is worth all the trouble. This is getting silly now. My mom's into Fred Flintstone, yabba dabba doo. But she loves Bullywinkel and Rocky too. I think that fits the other way around. My uncle's crush, well, it is Mrs. Potts, says her charm just hits all the spots. I like the bat about being the hot cup of tea though, but I'm trying to make it fit.
Yeah.
My aunt likes Gaston. She's under his spell. My aunt likes Gaston. She's under his spell. Says he's the beast who rings a bell. Oh dear, I'm making it worse. Okay, but we like it. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. Ooh, everybody fancy a cartoon. It's funny, but it's true. It's a funny thing, but it's true. Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, that works. It's a funny thing, but it's true.
It's a funny thing, but it's true. It's a funny thing, but it's true. Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so what I'll do then is I'll rewrite the lyrics and I'll send you them, and then I'll do a recording of it, and I'll do an MP3 recording of it to share with you, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, then because that's going to be really hard for me to fit in about the Josie's Band and the Pussycats.
Put in what you feel more comfortable with. If you don't even, even if the cartoons you don't know who they are, just well, I don't know who those ones are. So, you know,
Yeah.
because Josie, obviously, Josie and the Pussycats were from the 70s.
But you like that idea, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. I'll copy that into my notes and then I'll forward it to you with that. And I'll try and add piano in it
yeah,
just so it's a little different, yeah?
yeah.
Wicked. All right then. All right, JD, well
Okay.
done.
Yeah. See, so I had a lot of
It's
fun.
it's fun, isn't it? But it's just hard
Yeah,
to know what you want and then know what.
it is. It's hard also to keep it, I guess, PG, not too rude. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Because
yeah.
there's some words, what one with duck, what I can't put in.
I've
So,
never heard you say that word. Right, let's have a selfie quickly.
okay.
Ready?
Yep. All right, let's get me.
Your hand's in the way.
Sorry. Right. So about.
Right, that's better. Got ya. Coolio. Right. Yes, I've got to go on the radio now. Radio,
See ya.
Country Line FM. Sunflower's being played if anyone wants to tune in. See y'all
Bye,
soon.
sir.